Hello everybody, today we're playing with Sephiroth, Fabled Soldiers, the 3 mana 3/3 legendary creature human amateur soldier. Whenever Sephiroth attacks, enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw a card. And whenever another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you get 1 life. If this is the 4th time this ability has resolved, transform Sephiroth and become Sephiroth One-Winged Angel with flying and supernova. As this creature transforms, you get an emblem. Whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And when Sephiroth attacks, you may sacrifice any number of other creatures. If you do, draw that many cards. I've played a couple of versions with this deck. I tried to play the version that's more the aristocrat package, and it ended up just being a bit worse than other commanders, so I wanted to try a different list. I've been pretty happy with this list, and it runs the Shadowborn Apostles. The advantage of this list is we have 35 creatures, which is quite high for this list, and it gives us consistent creatures to be sacrificing and drawing with our commander, because we need quite a few. And the advantage of the Apostles over a bunch of one other 2 or 3 drop creatures is A, they're cheap, and 2, if you have 6, you can sacrifice them and search for a demon. Not only do you get the triggered effects with Sephiroth, you also are going to transform him and get the emblems without needing a sack outlet, because that's normally a turn you have to pay to play this effect, and if you play another card draw or blood artist effect, you have to do that instead and just run. You're going to be delaying your sacrifice outlet. So there's a good way to A, force your opponents to deal with the Apostles, and you're constantly drawing with Sephiroth. Noah's deck, we have a couple different packages. As for the creature package, the only 1-drops I decided to add are just the 1-drops that create another body, because it's allowed A, not put the entire pressure on the Apostles if we're getting close to those 6 Apostles, and Sephiroth, just by an attack, summon and attack, we're able to sacrifice just 1 creature and get 2 cards, so they're quite useful. We have the Miner, it's just really good in this deck because once you attack and the Miner is in the graveyard, you're constantly returning him, so every turn, if you have any extra mana, you can keep sacrificing the Miner, gain the mana back, and he's going to be there the entire game unless he gets exiled. As for the other creature package are Blood Artist effects, we have a couple. And just by having 2 or 3 Blood Artist effects, we're going to be getting more pings, and we're going to be lowering our opponent's life total. I do like to have card draw in this type of deck as well. Sephiroth is good, but it's sometimes if he just dies on repeat, or just drawing 1 card may not be enough. Necropons and Necrodomins are very good in this list, even though we get to exile, so if the opponents die, they go, instead of going to graveyard, they go exile, they still die. That's one of the advantages. And just the card draw effect is absolutely worth the downside. Plus Black Mark Connection, and we also have the Unholy Annex, because we have some demons we want to summon with the Apostles. What are the demons? I picked 3. My favorite is Crabomination, just because it has an enters effect, which gives us multiple bodies, so the opponent, even if they destroy the Crabomination, we just get multiple permanents out. Runescar Demon is quite good because we get to tutor for a card in a specific, most of the time it's going to be the Chthonian Nightmare. This is pretty much the best card, let's say, in this Sephiroth package, because we're able to constantly sacrifice a creature, especially if we have either the Apostles or other 1-drops. We constantly get them back, and unless we just can use this as a mana sink, transform Sephiroth on the spot if we have enough mana, and constantly ping our opponent. Other good setups are reanimation effects, especially on the demon or on Sephiroth, as the opponent has quite a few removal spells. Black doesn't really have good exile protection, which is the downside. But we do have many ways to bring Sephiroth back, as the opponent is going to be doing their best to just constantly destroying our commander. If we have enough removal in our sacrifice spells as well, we can get to 4. So how do we do that? That's our other plan. We don't rely solely on having the 6 Apostles. What we can do is we run these sacrifice effects, but we destroy a creature. We need to just destroy 4. So by having a creature, we can sacrifice it, destroy the opponent's creature. Now that's 2. If Sephiroth enters or is attacking, that's the 3rd one. We just need 1 more and we immediately transform him. If we have 2 of these cards and 2 creatures and the opponent has 2, we immediately transform. So it's one of the good ways to not only have cheap interaction, but also have an alternate win con. And while of course Great Pack is quite good, is sacrificing, or we constantly sacrifice stuff so we can wipe the board that way. Let's see how we do with Sephiroth Fabled Soldier. I do have a couple. Right. Effects. We hit a land would be great. We don't hit a land. That's great. Put my actions here. Get the scale decently. We're gonna take some damage. Alright, we take 4. I think we full set. We need blockers anyway. So, Sephiroth, set. Let's draw. Can do some Undying Malice. I think one of removals would be nice. So 7. How bad is it with triple block here? I'm going for it. If we get punished, we get punished. I believe he doesn't transform. But we'll see. Technically the 4 creatures die, but if he has a swords or another effect, it's fine. We make him commit resources here. He does have 1 white. Swords, path, there's a lot of ways to punish this, but I saw an opportunity. Alright. Make the key back. Because we're drawing more. I'm getting. Oh, sure. Sephiroth. Keep going. 5. Can't see another window for a trade. Whenever he attacks you. Okay. I'm that afraid. I want everything. Every place up where I need to. Quite a bit of works. I can Chthonian here, start getting more. We're good now. Thank you. Come back. Yeah. Draw here. Seven. I'll go 3. So multiple creatures died. Yay! Sephiroth transformed. I don't think I need the treasure, but I do want the others. Discard a card. With you. Summon 0. Let's start punching him. Okay, what does this do? So he wants to replay him, so just not give him the... Keep Chthonian Nightmare. I don't really mind too much. I can play the bowler, it's fine. And I'll block to save my HP. I believe this is lethal, right? Let's pay what? Yep. This just double triggers. GG's. Game with the triggers. Mulligan. Not a fan of this hand. But it can bring a bunch of clerics back. I'm playing the cottage probably turn 1. Unless he has an elf and I may need to discard an apostle. Sorcery speed, so can't play. It's apostle time. Sephiroth, we can draw. Wow, really? Sounded that afraid. Oh, shit. Hope you don't get watched. Say. Did miss the point of damage. It's my bad. If it dies, we can bring it back. I do have you. Nice. I can bring 2 apostles back. Or we play Necropotence. You're taking some damage, but I do like to scale here. Because we stop drawing if we do this. We get 3 more, I think. Yeah, we draw land. Good. When it replaces commander, we can remove it. Good. K1. Let's get his landfall. Okay. I'm probably discarding an apostle. Good sacrifice. That'll be 1, 2, 3. Doesn't want to. Doesn't want to pay. All right, fine. Keep going here. Start drawing. You're doing damage. Right. You can draw something better. Four, 5, 6, 7. Oh, a lot of lands. Got Chthonian Nightmare and the Remembrant Bastion. The Bastion's pretty good. Okay, for exiling. Okay. Interesting. Interesting plays by the opponent, naming human. Believe I'm doing this instead. But yeah. Let's draw. Is he blocking? What does this play? Let's take it. I like the Chthonian Nightmare. Why can't I play my Apostle? I don't understand. Ah, that's what he did. Very interesting. Okay, good. I can play that game. It's called... the other way. I can get like 2 cards here. Next time we're gonna just get a lot of Chthonian Nightmare. What should we like this? You can play 1, 2, 3. Got quite a few. Tap on here. Pin 1. Pin back. Another one. Pin 1. What? Let's go to effects. Fifth armor response. And that's it. We beat him. In spite of the opponent playing the Ixalan's Blessing and denying us playing multiple apostles, does not matter. We had the power of the Chthonian Nightmare, and we also had Call of the Death to bring other creatures. GG's. Black Mark Connection's good enough to keep. I think we play Mythos early. Each spell costs during his controllers. Alright. Big wonder. So Nykthos gives us more mana here. Maybe you can play Sephiroth and more. do I need to do more here? I think I'm fine. Plays a big creature, can deal with it. Like all of them. But everything. 5. I am sacrificing though. I think I will go with you. Sounds counterintuitive, but maybe we can draw something good. I'll play one more apostle. Okay. Alright, GG's, we just began with the power of the apostles. We did get super flooded, but that's the power of Sephiroth as well. We get to draw. Black Mark Connections lets us draw again. And we were one apostle away from getting a creature. Probably we're gonna get the tutor, and probably that tutor's getting Chthonian Nightmare, because we already have a way to bring him back. And from there on we can just cycle. GG's. Not a good hand. I don't hate this hand. But I really would like something that's not black mana. We don't get that punish unless we draw another apostle. See, the opponent just burns removal on the apostle. It is normally Kefka plays with control. Okay. Go for the hit, see what they do. Normally, if they're too afraid, just a hit here. I can name human. I'm in no rush, just like get another apostle. Didn't immediately 6, I'm thinking the opponent does have counter magic. With the 2, I prefer to draw a card, so maybe I'll Bastion next turn. Especially they leave 1 minute like that, I am. Name human here. This resolves, I do want the attic. Taking my opportunity to get my card draw. I do have some late game. As much as I like to play Sephiroth next turn, I think the Bastion is the better play. And the reasoning is these decks just run perma board wipes, but with the Bastion in play, pretty much every single creature start paying them. And we have quite a few. We have 30 apostles. And that way, even with the human, it would just be, if we played apostle and the Bastion, that'd be 4 creatures, they would take 8. They would take 4 damage, and it keeps adding up. And we had the resource for that later. GG's. Not a fan of this hand. Can name human here. Okay. I'll have to pay life next turn. I'm willing to trade here. Those are too dangerous. Been keeping my removal open, playing tower. Can't deal with that. Maybe if the opponent gets the opening, I'll take it. Okay. I'm willing to trade, no problem. We have Sephiroth later to draw. You can of course get flooded, that's the big risk of these plays. But even the elf is a death sentence. Ideally you want to draw a card that gives us card draw. You have a couple. Okay. I believe at this point I'm just gonna place it here. I'll just attack first. Okay. Opponent destroys in response, we can reanimate. No, I'm not right back. At this point, do I wanna... If I draw land, I can deal with another creature. I can reanimate and play the Apostle. Now, this is a good lesson of the power of removal. And even though we fell behind in cards, the opponent kept such a greedy hand that they relied on these two elves. Normally it's not the case, sometimes the opponent just hits their land drops and elves, but that means, especially with a deck like theirs, they really want to ramp. So we just deny that. This deck does not rely on the Apostle combo, we just use the Apostles as fodder for sacrifice spells. And Sephiroth uses them to fuel for extra card draw to get the better cards. And we traded for the elves and got rewarded. GG's. For the post-game round with Sephiroth Fabled Soldier, this is definitely my favorite version of Sephiroth. We run critical massive creatures, which means, and really low on the curve, so we have a very aggressive start, which is very important in this format. We have to be first on the field, and having cheap interaction means we're able to deal those turn 1 elves as they scale very quickly. In a deck like this has some finishing options, but we need to keep our life total pretty healthy. In the aggro matchups, our elves can be sacrificed to destroy our opponent's creature, and we're constantly draining our opponent and making them think we keep blockers because we are willing to just constantly attack with Sephiroth. As for card draw, I really recommend you have it craft them. Necropumps and Necrodominance are just that good in mono black paired with the Black Mark connections. These I would say are the staples in mono black. There's just no other black card comparable to that rate. Games I play them, games I've most of the time won. It just gives us that consistent card draw with a deck like this is extremely important. And as for the demons, I would say the Runescare demon is probably the safe craft because we can constantly reanimate it. So if it dies, we can protect it. It comes back and we get 2 triggers. So it has quite a bit of value with the apostles. A crab abomination is if we immediately on the spot want a board, tends to perform the best. Valgabuff is fine, but if you're playing this in the mid and late game, the opponent most likely has 3 non-land permanents, so the ward is not as scary. But if we have a protected Valgabuff, he can on his own win a game. And we gain quite a bit of life, so that losing that life for the Valgabuff trigger is not bad. As for refinement with the list, it's probably finding what is the ideal number of apostles. At first I had 30, now I cut a couple apostles to run a bit more efficient 1-drops and lower the count to 24. So that is probably one of the big refinement changes is finding what is the ideal number of apostles. I do feel going below 20 is a bit risky, and 30, more than 30 is not is a little bit too much. I mean, that sweet spot between 20 and 30 is the biggest challenge. Finally, for the lands, I really like Nykthos and Tree City because we can just name human for the city, and Nykthos we have quite a bit of devotion. We get our few ways to get quite a bit of mana on the spot, which is very important if we have the Chthonian Nightmare. So we're gonna need all the mana we can get. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment below what are your favorite commanders of this Final Fantasy set. Thanks for watching.